Fortune of the day, you'll eat a bologna sandwich. No, I won't. They taste so horrible that you'll never be able to taste things again. Come to the dark side, we have cookies. Hey, don't you try to lure me into your trap. You will be hungry and... Hey, I've already read a fortune like this one a while ago. Next fortune, before I get annoyed. Your fortune is in another cookie. Damn, now I can't know what my fortune will be, until I order another one for 93,000 pounds. Made in China. Yeah, we all know where fortune cookies are made from. That wasn't chicken. Holy crud. Mike, get me the sick bucket right now. A man with brown eyes has a surprise for you. I have two things to say. Number one, who is this man with brown eyes? Is it Eden? Because he has brown eyes. And number two, what is the surprise? Is it highway cookies and tacos? Hey, does it look like that it's Microsoft Sam reads funny Windows errors? No, this is Microsoft Sam reads funny fortune cookie messages. Now leave me alone, you evil error. Don't eat any Chinese food today or you'll be very sick. Well, luckily, I haven't ate anything Chinese today.
Sam, I hate to break it to you, but you've already ate about 7 fortune cookies today.
What? It is easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. Okay. Someone has Googled you recently. Yeah, lots of people like to see me rage quitting at Scotty, raving about my tacos, and reading errors, signs, news bulletins and, of course, these fortune cookie messages. Swore. A thrilling time is in your immediate future. Really? Life will be happy, until the end, when you'll pee yourself a lot. Oh no, I hope I have a lifetime supply of pants. You can be trusted to keep a secret. Hey, why is the message outside of the cookie? I think we all know what this calls for, viewers. Every exit is an entrance to new experiences. Yeah, sure you're right. Today is probably a huge improvement over yesterday. If I had this message in a Tuesday, then it would actually make sense. Fortune said a pun can say a lot, especially when it's max. Yeah, for example, that cookies message that was outside of its cookie a little while ago, that put my palm on my face. And you can use it to smack people too. Just watch.
Dolphin, alphabet, dolphin, alphabet, dolphin, alphabet, dolphin, alphabet, alphabet,
Some fortune cookies contain no fortune. Here, I remember that from the first one. Time for a flashback. What the? Where in the world is my fortune? That's it. You leave me no choice but. I'm a fire in my laser! The road to riches is paved with homework. Shoot. Now I'm being blocked from being rich by homework. Why must it be true? Your students secretly agree that your head is too small for your body. How very dare they say that about me?
But, seriously, your head really is small, Sam. Haven't you seen it in the mirror?
Quiet. You rude Rodneys. My head is fine. Now, continue on with the fortunes. Do you feel like you're walking in mud? Take your time today. Well, I was pretty much insulted by the size of my head, which is just fine. But, I am starting to chill out now. The end is near. And it is all your fault. Hey, don't blame me. Blame someone else. Also, the end isn't near. A new pair of shoes will do you a world of good. Well, in that case. Ignore previous fortunes. Yeah, totally. Help. I am being held prisoner in a Chinese bakery. Well, too bad. I have no sympathy for you. More
Oh, pipe. Down will you, Sam, my am e.
Hey, what did I say about that cookie? You will receive a fortune. Cookie. Damn, I hope it is a better one. Hey viewers, why not submit your own messages? This is great. Viewers, comment on any video of this series and type in your fortune cookie message that you want me to read. And rage quit over. Your cookie is bored of you reading these. Therefore, the video will end. Yep, the same goes with me.